Hello everyone. I'm going to be showing you today how to graph scatter plots using your calculator. Okay, so let's say you have a table with data points. The first thing you want to do to be able to graph that scatter plot into your calculator is enter your data points onto the calculator. So the way you're going to do that is you're going to go to Stat. You're going to select number 1, Edit. And notice how it gives you a table. Okay, so what you want to do is on your L1, you want to type in all of your X values, and on your L2, you want to type in all of your Y values. So I'm going to go ahead and start entering my points. So for my X values, I have a 3, a 7, a 10, 15, 18, and 21. Okay, so I have a total of 6 ordered pairs. So I typed in the X values. Now I'm going to push the right arrow so that I can type in their corresponding Y values. So for example, my first ordered pair was 317. So I'm going to type in the corresponding Y value, which is a 17. Okay, my next Y value is a 46, 83, 103, 117, and 201. Okay, so once you enter all your data points onto the calculator, if you go to the graph, you should be able to see your scatter plot on the graph. Now, the reason you don't see your scatter plot right now is because you need to turn on your scatter plot. So the way you turn on your scatter plot is, notice how on top of Y is equal to it says stat plot. Okay, you're going to go to second, stat plot, and you're going to select number 1. Notice how your scatter plot is off. Okay, it's off right now, so you want to turn it on so that you could see that scatter plot on your graph. So go ahead and push enter, and now on is highlighted. Okay, now if you look at the type of graph it's going to graph right now, notice how that first one is on. That's going to be a scatter plot. On the X list and Y list, it's just saying I'm going to grab my X values from L1, which is where we put the X values. It's going to grab the Y values on L2, which is where we put them. And you could put different little marks that you want on your scatter plot. You can have this Y dot, you can have the plus, the little dot. I always leave it on that one right there. And then you can even select the color of your dots on your scatter plot. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at blue. Okay. But now that my scatter plot is on, I'm going to go ahead and go to graph. And you should be able to see the 6 points that we put into the calculator. Now, the reason you can't see the points right now is because I need to adjust my windows. Okay, my window right now only goes from -10 to +10 on the x-axis and -10 to +10 on the y-axis. So I'm going to adjust my windows. If you look at the table, let me go back to stat edit on the table. If you look at your table values, you look at the X values, my smallest number is a 3 and my biggest number is a 21. So I can tell the calculator up to what number to look at. So notice how my biggest number is 21. So on the X values, I'm going to have it go up to 25. Now on the Y values, my biggest Y value is 201. So I'm going to have it to go up to 210. Okay, I always want to leave a little bit of room up there. So 25 and then 210. So if I go back to Windows, okay, on my X minimum, I don't need it to go into the negative, so I'm going to go to 0. My X maximum, I said I wanted to go up to 25, just to make sure that all those points are included. The scale, you want to leave it at 1 all the time. That means that every little tick mark is going to be counting by ones. On the Y-axis, again, I don't want it to go into the negatives. I'm going to go ahead and start at 0. And for the maximum, we said we were going to go up to 210. Okay, now if I go to the graph now, notice how you can see your data points now. There's a total of 6 data points, which was exactly what I entered into my calculator. And that is how you graph scatter plots on your calculator.